Hi there, welcome to Island Girl Creative Studio. I'm Danielle and I am going to show you how to make this really cute frame. It looks like a mess right now because there's extra pieces on it that I'm going to do in stages so that you can see it in different videos. But we're going to do the basics first and then work on the pieces that are interchangeable. Okay, what is this one called? This is called the Leaning Scoop frame. I think that's what it's called. Everything needs different names and it's really hard because they all kind of interchange, and then I'm trying to use cute names but also like working names. Like, how would you find this? You needed to know what it's called. Well, this has the scoop on it and it's a frame that will change out, so, and it leans on something when you display it, so leaning scoop frame. I don't know, but all right, so oh gosh, I wish I had more. Oh, here they are. I'm going to put the pieces for the next project in here so that I don't get them confused. Such as the tile, the scoop, the beads we're about to make. Oh, I have to get the thing for that too. The leaves, which I think go to a different project actually. Oh, I'm finding pieces to something else. That's okay. See, that's why I'm separating them so I don't get confused. You can paint it all together, but I'm going to do them in separate so that way you can look up the frame, then you can look up the scoop, then you can look up the tile. So that way it'll be separate for you. Okay, so just focusing on this frame here, we're going to take apart the pieces that are not glued together yet. Put them on the side. The letters, oh, I'm going to do the tape thing for the letters. I don't know if you remember, but you take a piece of tape, you tape down one side of it, push it, and then tape down the other side like this, so you create a sticky top, and then you can just put all of your letters on top of it, except for there might not be enough room for all of these letters. Well, the good part is I can just do that like that. Then the way that I apply paint is with makeup sponges. It's just easier for me. It makes it, it gives it a nice smooth surface. And, oh, the little doohickey's missing. Ooh, gotta find that too. Did I pull it off? Oh, I did. Okay, it's in here. It looked like a bead part, so I took it out. Okay, there's the doohickey. All right, so to get started, I am going to basically whitewash the back of this. It's going to be all white in the back, and you can use a baby wipe to do that too if you wanted to do it faster, or you could use a sponge brush too, which I have. When I say sponge brush and I'm holding a makeup sponge, this is what I'm referring to. I'm talking about these things, and I'm always mixing the two up because they're both sponges but just different kinds. So I was going to lift it up, but I don't have to because you get the view from here. Still getting used to the view of this camera. So, and I just like to repeat myself in every video so that you know that how things work. So I'm going to be dragging the paint across lightly. You want to make sure that you're keeping the paint out of any score marks because that is part of the design. You want to see, like, it makes it look like it's got shiplap. Popular thing. And then also MDF is going to, it's going to soak in some of your paint. So if you want it whiter than it is, you have to let it dry to put another layer on it. We always do a rustic looking paint job. And basically what that means is it's going to have lighter and darker areas. Some of it's going to have streaking in it. It's just going to be, it won't be like a full white. I do have an option, and you might see this, where I actually have white board that I cut. So it comes pre-painted, or I guess it's like whiteboard, like what you would write on with markers or whatever. And then you can wipe it off. But to make this project, well, I guess I want to give you options, because if you want to do your background a different color, You could, but maybe I will just cut them all with the white. It's just one less step that you have to do, or maybe I'll just sell kits like that or something like that. I don't know. Okay, thought process, squirrel. All right, so that's my background. It is white, it is rustic, it is fabulous. I'm gonna put it, actually I'm gonna put it on the keyboard right here, and hopefully it doesn't push any keys. Okay, then I'm gonna swap over to the frame. This one, oh, kind of weird. I have a cold, and I'm on cold medicine, which is keeping me animated, but my nose is stuffed and my ear is just a little bit wonky, so you'll see me tugging at my ear a little bit, and that's why. Okay, so I stuck my hand in the white paint, which is fantastic. But again, we're just, to make it look like a stain, I'm just pulling the paint across this lightly. Don't push too hard, you don't want to snap it. And also there are score marks on the corners to make it look like it's 4 pieces put together, which we do have projects where you do put your own 4 pieces together. But honestly, it's such a pain in the butt to get everything to line up. It's just easier to just fake it. So we're going to fake it on this one. And it's just a little bit of brown paint. Oh, it's under my head. So I'm just scooping it off the side right there and just pulling the paint across. Just pulling it lightly so that way it covers, but it's also lifting up. It's not getting too dark. And that's just this technique. If you want it to look completely brown and completely dark, let it dry and then put a second layer on it. Layers work better than putting on too much paint at one time. It's just the way that this works. It's just the way that it builds. It builds easier that way. So here's a little frame too. This little frame also goes on, and in order to match, and you can always do this in black too if you want to. I'm going to do the letters in black, the Home Sweet Home. But this is just to get the frame parts in piece. Frame parts put together. Oh boy. Okay. Bear with me. I think I'm getting white paint on everything from my hand. I'm just too lazy to clean it off because I don't have what I, oh, there we go. Found something. Paper towels. That'll help. So baby wipes are best because they're wet and they get everything off, but paper towels will work too. So we'll use those. All right. So now that I'm done with the frame, mostly, then I'm going to move over to the black paint. I know I'm using the same sponge brush, but black paint usually covers almost any other color, so you don't have to worry about that. Like I wouldn't use yellow paint next because then it would turn into a muddy yellow. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You should always have more than enough sponges to do your projects. I always send sponges, lots of sponges. So you can save them for the next project, or you can just reuse them however you see fit. But yeah, so that quick, that's it. One nice layer. Make sure that it is completely covered and there's no bare spots. Go over it several times if you want to, but nice light coats every time. That's what gets it covered. All right, got my trusty glue right behind me. Okay, so with this glue, you are going to twist the top right on, so it's 2-piece, the green and the white, twist it on, it self opens and you pull the green part off, leaving the white, and then there you go, boom, your glue is ready to go. I always have a little something to lay the glue on because it will drip out, and we are ready to glue. That one is such a simple, oh, the little doohickey that I lost, we have to do that. Okay. So this is it creates a little hanger. So you want to take the half circle and you want to glue it to the back of the circle. So we're just gluing this little half circle to the back of the full circle. Oh no, I'm going to sneeze again. This cold has been goofy. Lots of sneezing. Okay. We want to do this first so that way it has time to dry before we move on. I try to make it flush all the way around just because that's how it's meant to be. But you do the best you can, and whatever that is what we're going to work with. Okay, So I'm going to leave that there to dry. That's my little piece. And then once this is all dry, you can start to put it on here, but you want to make sure it's dry before you can put it on here, else you get paint smears everywhere. So while that's drying, I will work on the frame. The frame is going to go on the edge. It's going to be flush to the edge. It doesn't take a whole lot of glue. We want to make sure we're not squishing out a whole ton of glue, or else it will come out on the edge pieces, and we don't want that. So just a nice little line of it. Hover, land, and then make sure all of the corners are flush. Everything should be flush around the edges. So we're just like making a double, like if there was another part in here, it would be a double layer of this. Hold it down for just a second while it dries, and then voila. Then the next part we're going to do is this part of the frame. Same idea. We're just putting a nice layer of glue on here. It is not thick. It is very thin. It is very easy. And then you're going to do the same thing. Hover, get as close to the lines as possible, and then land it. We want it to be straight. And then you're just going to make sure it's adhered. So that means just pushing down on all the parts. And then keep in mind, if you have glue and stuff on your hands and you push down, there's a chance that it could come off onto this. So we want to be mindful of that while you're gluing. Oh, my nose. Okay, it's okay. It's okay. Now we're going to pull all these off of here. They are very dry and they are good to go. Dry fitting is a good idea, so always make sure. So my S is already upside down, see? So we want to flip it and sit it inside of those lines. I love script because it all sticks together and easy to glue it in one piece. Look at how cute this is, and it's just, it took me what, 5 seconds to do this. Okay, so all the pieces are there, everything we need is there. We'll start from the top, work our way down. Again, just a little bit of glue. We don't want it to squish out the sides. It is not cute when it squishes out the sides. And then again, land it right on the score lines. The score lines will help you to get really good spacing between your letters. Just glued my finger. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Glue. And I don't cover the entire thing with glue, just a few of the pieces. So like one leg, the thick part, the top, you know, just, are you able to see? Just a little bit here and there. Just touch, touch, touch. And push. Sweet. Okay. Now the S. Looking good. Again, I love script because it's just one big piece. Easy peasy. Hover and set. If you do notice that you're starting to get glue elsewhere, you can take something small and sharp. I use the edge of the scissors sometimes. Well, I will grab whatever is around me. You can use a Q-tip to pull stuff out. Excuse me. You can use a toothpick is better than a Q-tip because a toothpick is going to pull the glue away, whereas a Q-tip might leave some of the stuff. I have Q-tips right here. I have everything. I have all the things sitting around me, and they all have similar names, and my cold medicine is wearing off. It's just a decongestant, just something, but it makes me goofy in that, and you know, like I feel like my head's not connected, but it's better than having so much snot in my face. You can hear the emu drumming outside. Boom, 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 boom. It sounds like a heartbeat, actually. If you've ever heard an emu drum. All right, and this is the last letter. Fantastic. Okay, so then we go back up. I'll put the doohickey on. So we want it to be, see there's a shelf, and we're going to just put the glue on the half a moon, and glue it to the other half a moon that's on there. There's a place to put it, and you're just gluing it as straight as possible. Oh, I forgot to paint that. Okay, well, let's see. It's going to be, oh, I guess white. So where's my sponge? Oh, I use this because the background's white. So I'll just tap some white paint on top of it. I'm not pushing it too much because I don't want, if it's not glued down, I don't want it to move. But there we go. Okay, all good. All right, so that's it for this. This is just a leaning frame. I'm trying to hold it up so you can see it. But this is the base piece. We're going to make an insert for this, and we're going to make a, oops, backwards. We're going to make a scoop that hangs right down here, and you can change them for your style, your house, your decor, the seasons, or the holidays. So you choose. But anyway, so that's the end of this tutorial. Look for the next one that's going to say scoop, and you'll see the scoop. Or actually, I'm going to do the tile first, then I'll do the scoop. So it will be the tile first. But either way, you can find them at www.islandgirlcreativestudio.com, and it'll be under shop all, probably interchangeables and all that kind of stuff. I've got to reorganize a little bit. I took all the products off of there. There was like 250 products off there. I took them all off, and I'm putting them back slowly and trying to condense them because 250 products is a lot to go through. Especially when there's a bunch of earrings. So like if I can condense them into one listing and then you can just choose your style, that's good. And that's what I'm trying to do with these too. So bear with me as I get everything worked out. But if you like this, it will be listed shortly. All right, thank you.